Hey YFC family, it's Jake and Chantal here. We are so excited about the year 2021 and the vision that God has given us for this year. As you probably know by now, our word for the year is framework.
Yes, this word framework was birthed out of the prophetic word that God is doing something new. One of the things that honestly grieved my heart the most during this last year was seeing those that identify as Christians respond to 2020 with selfishness and respond out of their brokenness rather than by the leading of the Holy Spirit. I believe that 2020 allowed for the underbelly of the American church to be exposed and left many of us feeling stuck as to where to go next.
Yeah, so then as we have cried out to God, and we have asked Him what is the role that we as the local church are supposed to play in the grander scheme of His global church, right? How do we as Yakima Foursquare live authentically into who He is asking us to be for such a time as this?
Yeah, and in those prayers, we were reminded of that prophetic picture that we received. And this picture was a picture of our auditorium, except it wasn't like we know it now. The auditorium was completely torn apart, the floors were dirt and the walls were non-existent, but the building wasn't empty. It was filled with committed members of this church wearing construction gear and working alongside one another, rebuilding from the ground up. You see, we believe that this physical picture is symbolic of what Jesus is doing in us internally.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this church's foundation is set, right? Like that foundation is Jesus. That is why our mission statement as a church is love God, love people, and serve the world. Like that is our foundation. It does not waver. Jesus is the foundation on which we build the rest of our structure. But what is not set in stone is the framework. So this year, as we press into the theme of rebuilding, we are committed to going back to the basics. We're committing ourselves as a church to allow God to rebuild the framework of our lives, the framework of our families and our church, and the way that we prioritize our life.
Yeah. This last year, 2020, was a big eye-opener for a lot of us. Many of us found ourselves empty, lacking joy, with no hope, and a mountain load of anxiety instead of peace. But we believe that this year has the potential to be different, not because our circumstances have changed, but because we as a church, we in our individual lives, we're committed to going back to the basics.
Because guess what? We love the city of Yakima. Like we love our community and those that live in it. Our heart is that every single person in this city would have the opportunity to experience the love and the grace of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and we understand that local churches are not perfect. We understand that we as people who are leading a local church aren't perfect either, but we are committed to doing our best to see the city transformed by Jesus.
Absolutely.
Our strategy for reaching this community is driving our vision for this concept of framework through our values towards our mission of loving God, loving people, and serving the world.
Yeah, so we are so excited for what God has in store for us this year. And we believe that we truly are better together. So for you to find out more information about what is happening this year, how to get involved, how to get connected, visit our website, yakimafoursquare.org. It is time for us to live together, to start living like Jesus and making this thing happen, because we are in it together.